Good morning. This is May the 24th, day 75 on the Appalachian Trail. I am waking up, getting packed up. Y-O-L-O. So let me turn the camera around. So this is my camp spot. We got the river. I think this might be the Potomac River, right over here. And then my tent site is right here. Now, the Appalachian Trail is right here on this ledge, and then right over here is a railroad track. The trains came through at all hours last night. Some of them were long, some of them were short, some of them were fast, some of them were slow. But they were probably the busiest railroad tracks that I've seen or heard in quite a while. The trains did not keep me up at all, so they might disturb my sleep a little bit, and I would wake up and I'm like, man, that's a wild one, or that's a long one, or that one here sounds like it's going to come right through my tent. But I knew the train tracks were not going to bend over this way. So, but then I was like, what if that thing wrecks and buckles up? Was it going to reach all the way over here? But I'm probably, I don't know, 50 yards or 75 yards from the tracks, so I didn't really go through my mind too much. But someone had prepared this site for a campsite. They had cut down some small saplings and cut some stuff down. It was not a through hiker by any means, because we would not have the means for the cutting devices. But I'm pretty sure it was a trail angel. So thank you very much, Trail Angels, for clearing us an illegal spot next to the Potomac, next to the hiking trail. So let me get packed up, get some breakfast, get my bag packed, and head on north. So talk to you guys. Here goes a passenger car train. That one was a very short one and pretty quiet one. Commuter train, I guess, going into town. We're not too far from Maryland, so I'm sure they're going into the major cities. But I'm about packed up and heading out. So right here's the railroad tracks. We have this moat of water with all this pollen on it, and then you have this area down here, which is where I tented, and then if you can see back here, that's the river. So I just tented between the trail and the river on this side last night, but you can see how close the train tracks are. I can't tell if that's one set of tracks or two. Excuse me. But if it's one, or even if it's two, it's a pretty busy set of tracks. Trains coming in both directions. So I'm guessing that it's maybe two, but northbound and a southbound lane. But they were buzzing all night. I have now got 4 miles to get to the shelter where I was supposed to legally stay last night. But I'm glad I found that spot that I did, and I'm glad that some trail angel cleared it. It could be a local person. It could be someone that was had it for their own tent site that lives locally, some kids. Whoever it was, I'm thankful that it was cleared out. That was one of a few along the way that I saw that could be a potential tent site. I don't know what this is. This is like a little road or something. I guess this would have been the next one. Just tent back in there. But the problem is you never know. So as I'm walking, I'm like, oh, there's a nice spot. But then again, there could be an even better spot just 100 yards up. But I never went the 100 yards. But if I go the 100 yards and there's nothing there, then I'm going to keep going again until I see something or turn around and go back. And I tend not to circle back. Anyway, we got a smooth trail this morning. It's level for the most part. I've only heard one other person on the trail this morning, and that was a lady walking the opposite direction that I'm going. She did not know that I was down there because I was stealthing. I was secret. As I was coming up, I hit a briar and it hit my shin, and it stung for a few moments, but I smacked it a couple times to numb it up, but now it's not bothering me. And I don't think I'll have any long-term effects. I think it was just the briars on the thing. I look down and some of these plants right here, I see some little, probably wild strawberries. They're very small, about the size of a very large pea. Like that right there. Actually, that looks like a raspberry or something. Some type of berry. Have to check that out a little bit later. Might be getting to a point where we're getting some berries on the bushes and we can start having a little snack. That'd be nice. I know up in the northern part there's going to be some blueberries, just fields and fields of blueberries. And I'm sure raspberries would be the same thing. But there are quite a few of these strawberries, if that's what they are. All right, we're heading north. All right, still checking my map. This waterway is actually a canal, and what we're on is the tow path. So basically, back in the day, to get goods and services from one point to the other, they would have boats or little canals or barges that would float, and then they would have horses or some type of animal to pull the barge or boat through the canal. So I'm assuming that the path that we're on is the footpath for this canal. This is the Ohio and Chesapeake Canal that would deliver goods and services. I guess that's why this road is so close to it. These trees back in the day would probably not have been here, so they could have an easy tow from one end to the other without hindrance. So someone would be on the boat or barge to keep it somewhat in the center, and then you'd have horses possibly walking the speed that we are, and they'd just tow the boat or barge down the canal. Squirrel up in there. That was pretty interesting to see. So the comments up ahead were, hey, the trail's not the road, it's in the woods just a little bit. Oops, it says. Hey, apparently they made the mistake. We're supposed to be crossing some railroad tracks up here, and apparently you're not allowed to do it actually where the trail's at. You're supposed to go a little ways down, I think about a mile, to get to the actual foot crossing of the railroad tracks. This is because apparently someone has died trying to cross the tracks. I think the wise thing would do, just chill out until you hear a train, and then once you have the train go by, you have a good 15-20 minutes before another train will come. At least that's what my experience has been over the last night. So I think I can safely cross the tracks without getting hit. But then again, I'm sure the other person that got hit by the train and died was the same thing. It's like, oh, I can cross the tracks. And then they get their shoe hung up, and then it becomes a horror story. And they can't get out, and they fell or whatever. So hopefully that won't be the case with me. But I'm not going to walk a mile down the road or whatever it says to do to actually cross it, and then come back a mile to get right back on the trail when I can just cross over the tracks. So we'll do two things illegally as we enter the new states of West Virginia and Pennsylvania. And Maryland, I guess. I forgot to say, there was really no signage or anything, but we are in another state. We are in West Virginia, which is where Harper's Ferry is. It's Harper's Ferry, West Virginia. So another state down. We got several more to go. So stay tuned. Hey guys, this is like some modern artwork. You got a tree that's got a hole, it's twisted. It's pretty unique. And it's still alive. How cool is that? Here's the regulations. It's a trash-free park. So, I guess you just bring all your trash here and put your trash here instead of in the park. But anyway, this tells us that we turn here. We're very near to here. This says turn, so I don't know if it means here. Yeah, I see blazes up here. I believe this is where we're not supposed to cross the railroad tracks. But I'm not sure. There's a road here, so we'll see how that goes. And it looks like there's two sets of train tracks. So we're gonna look this way, we'll look this way, and this way again. You're gonna be very cautious about crossing the tracks. So we made it. We got a marker here and a marker over here. This might be a hiker box. Air compressor, bicycle. I don't know. Maybe it's a guy living in the car. Maybe not. A little strange that all is there. Anyway, we're hiking back up into the woods here. And as I say that, it is sprinkling. We do have an overcast day. I don't know whether to go ahead and put my raincoat on or go ahead and put my umbrella up. All right, we're back on the trail, I guess. We got to get over that road, I'm sure. We'll see how we have to do that. Just as I put my phone up, here comes the train, which is what I wanted to record. Now, this sounds like a cargo train. It's much heavier. This guy's whistle's blowing. That is actually a cargo. It's got car haulers. Each one of these train cars has got cars that you drive on the road. So they take them from the factory, they run them off the assembly line, they take them out into a parking lot and park them. Someone else then takes them and loads them into these train cars. One on top of the other. They take them to another depot where they get removed from the train, put on another semi, and then headed to their final destination, which is the car lot. Now with COVID, most of these cars on this train has probably already been sold, because now the practice is you order the car and they make it and deliver it to you. Where back in the old day, they would make a car and then drop it off at a car lot, and then you would look around and see what car you wanted, and that's the one you buy. But now it's pretty much changed, and you buy the car on a computer, you build it in the color and the specifications you want, and it gets ordered. All right, here we go. I'm gonna start eating some breakfast because I'm a little hungry. This is pretty green though. I was looking to see, it looked like some more stealth spots that someone had carved out. But that was my night all night last night, was that train sound 24/7. About every 15-20 minutes it seemed like. I'm sure it could have been further apart, but to me, sleeping, that's what it appeared to be. All right, we're going underneath this bridge, which seems to be a major highway. This is pretty cool under here. Seems to be like 1-inch I-beams. So the next time you're driving along over a bridge or something, you could say, oh, there may be some hikers under here, or some homeless people living. But you never really think about it, you just go over the bridge. Now we gotta climb up out of the area, and we got a big boulder. And it is becoming raining more, so when I find a spot, I think I'll stop and put my pack cover on, take this shirt off, and possibly just get my rain jacket out and have it on standby. And also loosen up my umbrella so that I can deploy it if it becomes necessary. You got a tree up there with a heart? A and K. I wonder if they're still together. Here's the view at Weaverton Cliffs. This is a cliff. A long way down there. But not really much of a view here, so I really wouldn't waste your time coming over here. But you can see, I think, the Potomac River. You can hear traffic. I don't see any roads. But this is it. Not really worth the 0.2 miles, in my opinion. All right, heading back up on the trail. Get those Appalachian Trail. Here's a marker over here I see. Let's see what it says. All right, there it is. You can stop and read it if you wish. Let's head back up. Spiny, rocky pathway. There's the blue blaze right there on the rock, so we know we're going up. I did run into a day hiker. He's trying to lose some weight for an upcoming trip to Wyoming. He's a hunter, 71 years old, just hiking the trail to get a little stronger and to lose some of his weight, he said. But good for him, 71 years old, getting ready to head out to Wyoming to go hunting. All right, this is a little treacherous. Obviously it's 0.2 miles off. It's 0.2 miles up. Nearly a half a mile that we don't get a count. It sounds pretty bad, but it is what it is. You don't know if the view is there until you go see. In this case, it wasn't there. All right, guys, we're at the shelter. This is the Edwards Carvely Memorial Shelter. This thing's pretty nice. A little fire pit, some benches sitting around. You got the privy over here. But look at this thing. Sorry for the fog on the lens. Let me see if I can get that real quick. Not much better. But anyway, this is pretty nice. Little picnic table with patches where you can set your alcohol stove and it won't burn the thing. It appears to have a loft. Not sure how you get up there. Maybe on that backside or something. Let's see if we can find a way here. No, I don't see any way. Oh, here it is. So there's the backside to it, to the upper section. Anyway, I've got to get water here. It is down the mountain. There's no other water source for about 30 miles. So I was told that there's a slow stream about a quarter mile down, or a tenth of a mile, and then a faster stream about a half a mile down. So I'm gonna go for the slower stream. So hopefully I can get it there. But I just met a section hiker. His name was Bubbaloo. So, and he told me that he spent the night with a guy named Number 2 Pencil. I have not ran into him. And then also I ran into two younger guys with an older guy. When I say older guy, he's maybe 35-ish, 32-ish, somewhere around there. But anyway, basically what they are, it's a outdoor camp. I'm guessing that they take inner city kids or people that don't normally get out in the woods and take them and get them out here, show them how to hike, how to backpack, sort of build self-confidence. So good program. It sounds like a wonderful thing that's needed with kids nowadays to get them outside. But I'm gonna get off here for a moment and run down here and get my water. Yeah, I think I'll go the seasonal and do the 25 yards up this way. This is the water source at the shelter. It's not actually at the shelter. It is about a tenth of a mile down the trail. There is another water source on down the trail, but it's 3/10 of a mile. So the water source is 0.4 miles. Or you can come here to this spring, which is a seasonal spring. It says the flow rate's slow, but it's much faster than some of the springs that we've had so far. So you can see that it's coming out pretty good. But then again, we have water, or rain rather, so it's being resupplied. So let me get this sealed up and head back up the trail. I'm certainly glad that I self-camped last night, because this would have been a haul to get here last night. So with me stealth camping, it's taken me 2 hours to get here, so I wouldn't have got here until about 8 o'clock or 8:30 last night. That would have been about a 26-mile day for me. So I was very happy that I decided to stop and camp last night. Although that shelter, that was pretty nice. It had a upper level, as you saw. The water source was a little far away. You know, to be honest with you, I didn't really see a lot of tent spots, so maybe it was better that I did stealth camp. Although there's, I noticed over here there's a little camping spot that you could set up a tent. So, wow, that was pretty nice. Well, let's get back out here in the rain and keep heading north. And let me see if I can make a comment on Gut Hook or Far Out to let other hikers know that the water source is flowing and there is a primitive tent spot just on the other side of the trail. All right, we're coming out to a parking lot. Not sure what this is. This is Brownsville's Pass. And then there's an old building there. Maybe this is it. So, nothing exciting. There's a blaze on the pole. It is raining, as you can tell. I guess we're walking down this way. I think that might have been Hook. Have to wait and see. Wrong color pants, so it's like, but nevertheless. There's some more hikers over here at the shelter. This is pretty cool. I don't know what it is, but it's pretty cool. But let's get our picture taken with it. We'll go from there. All right, guys, I just took a break at this pavilion. There's a high school group of freshmen and sophomores. And then there's a group of other high school kids. What they're doing is they're taking the kids out on the Appalachian Trail for a week to experience it. So they're just sitting in there taking a break. They're not doing a lot of high mileage or anything. They'll do maybe 7 or 8 miles a day and then tent. But all the kids were just messing around, taking a break, playing cards, and that type of thing. I did not see any cell phones, so possibly this is a cell phone free location for the students to get them off of electronic media and social media. It's just a time in nature. Also ran into Persistence and Long Runner. They came in and they're taking a break. Took 00 at Harper's Ferry. And we'll be staying at Pine Knob Shelter this evening, which might be where I stay. It's only about 12.5 miles. So we'll see how that works out. If not, I'll stealth somewhere illegally. Don't tell anyone. But I was able to educate the high school groups a little bit about who we are, what we are, why we wear the clothing that we do. And then Persistence and Long Runner also put some input in about the Earth Sack bear bag. So that was fun talking to them. I enjoy talking to the youth and to the adults, I guess, about the Appalachian Trail, what we're doing, why we're doing it, how we're doing it, how long we're doing it. So I just really enjoy that. You hear me breathing heavy. We're going uphill again, leaving the old valley. That was some historical site area that we just chilled out at. But let's get going. Hurrah! Uphill, climbing. Rain has slacked off a little bit. It was coming down rather good. Can you say that? Rather good? It's coming down really well. Who knows? All right, let's go. We got a little turtle just chilling out. Look at the pattern on the shell. Hey, little guy. Yeah, a little tail sticking out there. We'll leave him be. I love seeing the wildlife like that. That's pretty nice. That's the second type of animal I've seen today. First being squirrel. There are a lot of squirrels. And now a turtle. He's out here on the trail making some time so he doesn't have to go through the weeds, sticks. So I go downhill. Nothing to see out here. The trail's pretty easy walking today, although there are some rocks. It's fairly much like a walk in the park. Fairly smooth. Even the rocks are smooth-ish. You can almost rock hop from one rock to another. That's good that the people are getting these kids out of school and experiencing nature a little bit. 2 different programs, 2 different locations. This is our conditions for the last hour and a half. Just muck. Just trying to find a firm spot to put your foot. My new shoes. This is the 3rd day on trail. They're all trashed already. It was trashed the first day. I think it's some type of Newton's law or something that when you get clean clothes or new socks on, that it rains or they get trashed with mud the first day. That's the case for me. But anyway, we'll rinse them out, and if the rain stops, we'll try to put on a fresh pair tomorrow, as long as it's not going to rain. But if it's going to continue to rain, I'll just put the same dirty socks on and wet socks. There's no need to put a pair of dry, clean socks on and then have them trashed in 15 minutes. So I'd rather just wear the dirty, wet socks and keep them dirty and wet. When you wring your socks out, it's like, we'll do it in the sink. It's like coffee. Dark brown, black muck for several minutes. We'll get them saturated, we'll wring them out. They'll come out like black coffee. We'll wring it out numerous times, and finally they'll start to become clean. They get pretty nasty. They hold a lot. Anyway, we got a road up here. We're going to take a break. And we got another hiker. So that's good. Hey guys, this is where I just showed you. And then we got this huge log. North and south. I guess there's too many people been got messed up on the direction. It's still misting out enough to keep my rain jacket on. I'm not using my umbrella at this point. There's a roadblock, and Lucky and I are just cruising along. We got Persistence and Long Runner just passed us up a few minutes ago while we were stopping at the bathroom and just chilling for a little while. So we're back on the trail.